Explore yourselves and your divine abilities. October 23, 2014. If you can stay constantly open and receptive to spirit, you'll have little difficulty enjoying yourselves and your existence on the otherwise dense and difficult earth. We note that many of you strive to find a higher vibration throughout your daily existence, and in the same vein, you struggle to cease feeding the seemingly endless wants and desires of the ego, which will trap you in states of neediness and dissatisfaction if you let it. If you want to cease feeding the ego, you can keep in mind that it doesn't intend to help you find a higher vibration. The ego craves stimulation and little else, but it can be opened and used the way it's intended to be used, as a receptor for the energies and expressions of the open heart. We wholeheartedly encourage you to loosen any pressure you may put on yourselves to refine the higher realms. In putting pressure on yourselves, you actually keep yourselves from finding any real or pure higher vibration, and from our perspective, it's imperative to release any and all pressure and allow yourselves to simply flow. As easy as it is to follow the ego and the endless stress and pressure it'd have you feed, you have the opportunity to enjoy your existence in pure and unprecedented ways, and we recommend you utilize it. As our scribe's been learning, you've come to earth with the banquet of inner spiritual energy that can be used for a wealth of purposes. How will you use your light? You can use your energy for physical tasks or labors that get things done, but don't quite help you find a higher vibration. You can use it to explore your consciousness and discover even purer energies and perceptions. You can use it for spiritual work that either depletes it or expands it. Either way, you'll help others tremendously by taking this route. There are various things you can do with your inner light, and we certainly don't recommend you extinguish it by feeding the ego. You can if you let yourselves, but with the potential you now have to find exactly what you seek by embracing the higher realms and everything that comes with them. We think you'll be able to recognize which qualities you're better off feeding. If you can open up to the pure and omnipotent love you have the opportunity to feel and radiate to everyone around you who's been lost in the darkness of the lower dimensions for millennia, enjoying your existence will be a breeze because you'll go about your days with a pure and refined link to the higher realms that you'll enjoy to say the least. You'll be on a constant cloud throughout your daily existence, because the pure, refreshing and revitalizing spiritual energy you each seek will be continuously refilled. This can only happen if you allow it to, and staying open to the energy and influence of spirit will always help you in your times of trouble or difficulty. When you live for the ego, you live for finiteness, and your perception of your latent spiritual energy is as limited as you let yourselves become. When you live for love, spirit, and the higher qualities that are leading you back home, however, you open up and become a limitless receiver of the energy and inspiration spirit constantly provides. Our scribe has chosen to communicate primarily with me, his Oversoul, as well as a few of his spiritual guides who happily and lovingly offer everything they can to help him and various others find the light and eventually ascend. But when you open up to spirit, you're limitless in what you can do and who you can communicate with. You open up to your infinite potential to communicate with various higher dimensional souls or perform a wealth of other, greater tasks that'll help you and everyone else on your evolving planet embrace the light, and you can only truly excel when the ego's influence is completely diminished. When the ego's used the way it's intended to be used, everything becomes easier, including your receptivity to a higher vibration. You'll find and express the divine flow so many of you seek with a greater degree of ease, and the universe will open up for you to happily and willingly explore. We implore you, with love in our one heart and appreciation for everything you've been able to do so far, to go deeper. Explore more, discover more, feel more, know more, do more. Let yourselves see that you're only as limited as you're willing to believe, and embrace your infinity with more love and enthusiasm than you have so far. We encourage all of you to diminish any pressure you put on yourselves, and simply enjoy your existence like you've always been intended to. Enjoy your exploration of the higher vibration descending onto your minds and hearts instead of denying it in favor of materiality, and don't directly deny or resist materiality or anything else that constitutes the old world if it's in your sphere of perception. Embracing spirit. You can feed materiality all day long if you want, but if you do, you'll be naturally blocked from the greater spiritual connection you possess, because you'll have fed your energy into your physical world, or rather, the more finite aspects of your physical world. Again, where you put your focus and direct your energy is very important, and embracing materiality to the extent that you constantly feed it will take you away from the greater etheric perception you can access. Needless to say, in the end, you'll be more than happy you put your focus more on spirit than the aspects of your limited physical reality that'd continue to hold you back if you let them, because you'll have discovered paradise from right on earth. You can discover this paradise now, and all that's required is for you to continuously travel as deep into your consciousness as you can, and, at times, turn away from materiality or anything else that'd halt your greater spiritual exploration. Again we say, go deeper than you've let yourselves so far. Really explore yourselves and your divine abilities, and don't let your growing etheric perception wane in favor of anything that you know holds you back. With the potential you now have to anchor a higher vibration onto yourselves and your planet, you have little reason to feed the wants, pains, fears, or stresses of the finite physical self. We'll make our final expressions for this communication with as much love and compassion as we can muster up for those of you who tend to feel like you're lost in the limitation the lower vibrations provide. You're only as lost as you let yourselves be, and instead of feeling separate from the higher realms, you can see that you're closer with them than ever. All you have to do is realize this, and everything you seek will flow easily, as if by magic. Seeing that you're far less limited than you've let yourselves think, will inspire many of you to step up to the plate and anchor the higher realms onto the surface of your once lost planet, and the entirety of the company of heaven will continue to be with you and help you whenever and wherever we can. Our assistance has to be requested to be given, and as long as you're willing to make a request in your evolving minds and hearts, you'll find a plethora of guides and angels at your service who'll help you through any and every obstacle you face. We can only do so much, given that we're on a different vibration than you, but our service can sometimes be purer and more direct than you'd think or expect. Continue to be open to us and to spirit in general, and you'll never hunger for a higher vibration again. Thank you to my higher self and spiritual guides. Channeled through Wes Anak. cultureofawareness.com